Okay, so today what I'm going to do is I'm going to start converting uh, soul gems into 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons. I'm talking soul gems from the Elder Scrolls Online. So what I've been planning on doing is a Elder Scrolls Online based D&D game. And what I need to do there, first off, is I need to find a way to incorporate soul gems into the campaign, because soul gems are a fairly major component of the Elder Scrolls. So what I'm doing is I'm using them in lieu of gold cost for spells when you're casting them. And so the first thing I did is... Go grab mine. I went through every book that had... every book that had level spells of first level or higher that cost gold, and I just started writing them all down in my notebook, and you can kind of see what I have on the screen right now. Should show you all the different books that I grabbed for my data set. Next, I did this. Switch to screen, switch to here. All right, let me make sure that's this. It is okay. Next, I inputted them all into a data set on Google Spreadsheets, and that's just kind of where it is right now. I organized them by spell level and spell cost. As you can see, some of these say like 1.1, 1.2, and or 5.1, 5.2. I did that to kind of spread out the data sheet to be able to give me a better idea once I switched to the actual scatter plot of it. I wanted to be able to see these a bit better than just have them all clumped in, especially with, say, like I have 4 5th level spells, I think, 5 5th level spells that cost 1,000 gold. And I didn't want those all just clumped in one spot. I wanted to be able to see, hey, that's a good point where I might want to jump off of to another level of spell once I design the spell trap spell. So, as I've gotten it, and I'm going to kind of write this all out in a second. I'll pause this before I start doing that part. But so what I have so far, now that I've gotten through this, I'm going to open up a new sheet, and we have different layers. So we're going to go okay, so here we go. Now I've written it out into chart form instead of like trying to read it off of my penciled in version. Anyway, so we got the gem qualities going right down here. Petty, common, uncommon, greater, grand, and I had to add a new quality called divine for really high level shit. Mostly this is for like the 5,000 or 500,000 5,000 gold range spells. So petty is like 0 pretty CR. It'll the spell that will capture them will be like will capture 0 CR through 8 monster, or through like 7.9 monsters, anything below 8. And it's a first level spell, and it will replace anything that costs 0 to 25 gold as a spell component. And next we have the common spell, which is CR8. Cast it as a 25, or it'll replace anything from 26 gold to 150 gold. And its spell level is going to be 4. So this is actually a pretty high jump, but after that it gets pretty consistent as you go higher and higher with your spell levels, up 1, up 1, up 1, for going up 2 CR, and I think that should be just about balanced, though. You know, once I get into playing it, I might have to start tweaking the spell to get it to be better, but since I want people to be able to just do this automatically from the beginning, it has to start off as a first level spell, and it has to be something else, like common. It has, and then like the next time it plateaus really is 1,000 gold, and then I kind of worked back from that, because 1,000 gold at 5th level is where I started there, and then I just kind of worked back from that. So it was like 5th level. That's about when you're fighting CR10 monsters. And then I just kind of went, okay, so go down to the next level is 450. which actually works out pretty well because you look, my only 150 in my data set is a CR4, is a level 4 thing. Though there is a 300 at level 3, so I guess that does throw me off a little bit. But it means you'll have to buy the soul gem to be able to cast that spell. And now I don't remember what spell that is, I'll be honest. I just wrote them all down as data for me. But you can't, and speaking of which, you will be able to buy these in my campaign. It'll be, you buy them for the max they're worth, and if you sell them for half of that. If they're filled. If they're empty, you buy them for half of that, and you sell them for a quarter of their max worth, if that makes sense. So I don't have that written out in another chart in a little bit. But yeah, we'll see. Once I've got this all finished out, I will print it out and something down at the bottom, or print it out at the bottom of the sheet below, or in like a link below, just so everybody can kind of look at the way I've done this in a Google Doc. Alright, cool. So I finally finished writing out the spell trap spell. Casting time is going to be a bonus action because I want people to be able to cast it whenever. It is a first level spell, which I don't think I wrote that down anywhere. Whatever, I'll write that down in a minute. 30 feet, verbal, synoptic material, 5-round duration. Any creature that dies while affected by this spell has its soul drained. Fill the soul gem used to cast this spell. Traps up to CR7 non-humanoid beings. The gem fills with a petty quality soul. When cast at a higher level, follow the chart below to determine the quality of the soul trapped. Only works as long as you have a gem big enough to hold said soul. So it's like, and this just kind of gives you the chart I wrote earlier without the gold cost. And here's the actual full chart. When using a soul trap in game, refer to the chart below to determine when to use your soul gems to replace how much gold into the spell component's material. So this is kind of, shows that. Gems buy for max gold value if filled, half if empty. They sell for half max if filled, and a quarter max if empty. And then a little note on black soul gems. They're functionally divine soul gems that can hold humanoid creatures. I feel like I'm missing something else on these, but you know what? I can add more to this document as I kind of figure it out. And we'll see if I need to rebalance this entirely once I start actually playing the game with this. But yeah. Let me know if there's any... if anybody finds any way to make this work better or anything. Because the more this is play tested, the more it can be balanced out, you know? When I play test this, I am actually going to balance it while also using the spell point system, because I want Magicka to feel like you're casting it with Magicka rather than casting it with the spell chart shit. So it'll be converted further there, but I also want it to be able to be standalone, which is why I converted it all to as if it was just being cast regularly instead of directly through spell points. So yeah, anyway, that's it.